Dot is presented by Benjamina Mia Casino. Licensed real estate professional since 2008. License number S01669991 LLC. It's a lunch hour in Vegas, and we're on the dot with Dot and Mia here on PHLV Radio.
Hello everyone, welcome to On the Dot. It's a Wednesday and I am Mia Casino here in PHLV, and my partner is direct from Vienna.
Las Vienna. Hello from Las Vienna. Hello from Vienna. Hello Las Vegas. My name is Dorothy Toll. You can call me Dot. And welcome to our Wednesday show.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mia, for sitting there. You look good there.
Oh, thank you. You too. Same to you. Where are you now? Are you at your house or the baby's
I'm in someone's
house?
kitchen.
Oh, okay. They didn't have to pick you up this time.
No, I had to put the baby to sleep. I mean the toddler to sleep. So this is what's very commonly known in the Philippines as apostolic ministry. Kasi nga apo.
Right, apostolic duties. Apostolic duties ka.
So
how
how's
long?
the weather there?
It's been windy since yesterday. Like windy. Very, very windy and cold.
Strong wind.
Yeah, strong winds.
Yeah. The weather here is getting warmer. So
I see you're not wearing thermals today.
Uh-uh.
Wow, getting better.
And the heaters are off, so that's really good.
So success. We're gonna talk about success.
Ayan. That's our topic for today, secrets to success.
Yes. And we wanted, did you want to introduce the who, what? Wait, who, what?
Oh, the wait, who, what?
Yeah, the
wait,
who, what question is...
I like that portion we have, Mia, the wait, who, what? Wait, who, what?
Wait, who and what?
Yeah.
Who?
Our question for today is in care of Mia, and she asked this question, and we asked a few people sa isang video which you will watch later on.
Yes.
And the question is, Mia, ano ngayon?
Would you rather be rich or beautiful?
Okay.
Would you rather be rich or beautiful? That's the question.
I would rather be rich.
Yeah, and then you can be beautiful later on.
Kasi beautiful naman ako.
Yeah. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'd rather be rich also. Yeah, because if you're rich, you can pay to be beautiful.
Exactly.
Then you have both. Diba?
Tanungin natin ang ating guest.
Yes. Let's introduce our guest. We have a very special guest, a host also here in PHLV, and he is currently the Southern Nevada Outreach Coordinator of the Office of the Governor, Joe Lombardo. And ang haba ng intro ni ang pinaka nare-remember ko lang kay Sonny daw, he's my neighbor in the Philippines. Same street in the Philippines.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But seriously. So, Sonny co-founded Nevada Asian American Pacific Islander Chamber of Commerce, which originated in May 2022. And I'm picking and choosing. He also served as commissioner for Clark County Asian American Community, whose mission is to ensure that all the diverse AAPI population are represented. What else? Here, he also participated in several board and community engagements, including Attorney General's Tech Crime Board. Wow, what did you do here? Interesting yun, ah.
Yeah.
And then, but Sonny earned a master's degree in healthcare administration with a degree in business management, and previously worked for pharmaceutical industry before moving into banking.
Yeah.
So different, no? But anyway, our guest for today is Mr. Sonny Vinuya.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mia and Dot. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for being here,
Yes.
Sonny.
How are
You
you?
bring the, I would say sun, kaya lang spelling.
Well, let's
So
answer your
anyway.
question. So,
Yes, okay.
I'd rather be rich.
Kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-beautiful.
Pwede pa rin. Pwede naman ang men maging beautiful.
No,
Diba?
pero it's funny because it's true. It's probably a better question for women, right? But you can do a lot with money. You can help a lot of people, and then you can also look handsome.
Yes. It's amazing what money can do.
Oh yeah, as long as you do it the right way.
Oh, yes, yes. So, we're here to talk about success. What is success to you?
Oh boy, it's funny because especially with Asians, right? Asians love to measure success with money. How rich are you? How successful are you in life, or what kind of power do you hold? And more. Usually for me, what I see, I think more people gravitate to that. They like titles. They like success. To me, I think for me, in the truth is, in success sa akin is really how much you've helped or you mean to other people, what you've done, what kind of person are you.
Yes.
You money, people, you've heard this so many times, you cannot take it with you when you die. Sometimes, how did you get that money? What did you have to go through, or who did you have to go through to get that money? And it's a lot better kung sabihin mo, okay, how did you help? How did you help your community? How did you help other people? How did you better yourself, or how did you better your family? So to me, success would really be about who you are as a person, where you're at, and I guess how you help with your counterparts, your folks. Yeah.
Very nice.
So in that case, Sonny, do you consider yourself successful?
No, not really, not yet. I do work, and I work hard to get what I have now. But I don't. And it's really hard because my parents are gone, so that they both died already, and as a traditional Filipino family, you always look for your parents' approval, right? And saying, hey, you did great. And sometimes it's hard when you don't hear that. What's your measure? For me, I love it that my wife's very proud. She always tells me that she's very proud of me, and she's always very supportive. So, of course, that's very important to me. And so as my siblings. But siguro, it's something that I'll look at later on and see, okay, what have I done? Is there something that we were able to do that really made a difference in people's lives? Then I can kind of measure it. Okay, was I successful or not? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Kasi Sonny, I would ask you on a scale of 1 to 10,
Yeah.
if you're going to rate yourself, how satisfied are you with your life? 1 being awful and 10 being awesome. Where would you be?
I'll split it in 2. So if it comes to my personal life, it's 100.
2?
My personal life, I'll put it at 100, starting with my family. I have a wife who's very, very supportive. She's a true definition of a better half. And she makes me such a better person. I have 2 wonderful kids that I'm very close to. I just love our relationship. So when it comes to the personal life, I way more than 10. I'm really
Way
very
more than
happy
10.
with that.
I love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
As far as my career, in a scale of 1 to 10, I'll put myself at around 6 or 7. There's still a lot of things. I'm happy where I'm at. I've broken a little bit of a ground here as far as for my own goal. But there's still a lot to go. There's still a lot to earn and learn. Hopefully, I can really make a bigger difference for our community later on.
I think you're already making a lot of difference.
Thank you for that. Appreciate
I really
that.
think I would rate you a very successful person.
Oh, thank you.
Kasi, number one, lahat ng mga guests namin sa On the Dot are very wonderful people.
Of course. Two wonderful
So, of
ladies.
course,
So, yeah.
you know, like attracts like, you know.
That's right.
You know, birds of the same feather.
Our
beautiful
birds.
beautiful together. Yeah,
The birds and the dot and the birds of the same feather are birds.
our birds. Oh, beautiful birds. I'll get back to Sonny in a bit. Ikaw, Mia, what's your definition of success?
Ako, it's being able to achieve your goals and aspirations without stepping on anyone and being able to sleep well at night.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good
Being
one.
able to sleep well at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Nice, nice. So would you measure yourself as successful now?
In terms
Just at this
of,
moment. Just at this very moment.
I would say I'm getting there. I would say, but I'm not there yet. So there's always room for improvement. There's always room to be better in every aspect of your life. How about you, Dot?
I haven't really thought of success. It's not something, it's not a word that I really thought about. But right on the spot, I would say a successful person is one, like what you said, one who can sleep at night and without a guilty conscience. And financially, it would be someone, it's not needing anything. You know, you're completely comfortable and satisfied with every aspect of your life according to your own measure and not needing or wanting anything else. So I would consider myself a success right now. At this very moment, it is in the evening here in Vienna. I'm successful. If I died, say, an hour from now, I would say you're a success, Dot, because you have walked your talk. You have come this far. And if anything, if your life is taken from you right now, you did your best at this moment. So for me, that's my success rate, I would say. However, if I have 100 more years to live, then I have 100 more years to measure my success.
There you go.
I have 100 more years. I don't know what our viewers have in mind when it comes to success. But I'd like to know, kay Mr. Vinuya, secrets. to
Yes.
success.
Sure.
I'm very interested to know.
I guess I'll break it again into two parts now. Because when it comes to business, especially if you own your own business or you're leading some people, there's a lot of different things that need to go right to be successful. But the number one thing is really people. Hiring the right people, getting the right people, or connecting with the right people. Alam mo, having that relationship with different people, it makes a big difference. There's people that you can rely on. There are people who are supporting you. There's people that are really there for you when you need them the most. And that's very, very important. And I think that's the same thing with life, no? Like with family. It's your relationship. My wife and I have such a great partnership. Like, for example, it even crosses over to professional life. So I do a lot of speeches and I talk. I can't do those speeches without her because she's the one that edits it. She's the one that makes sure that everything's correct. And so in a way, she helps me look good with that, right? Raising the kids. It's always great when you have a partner there, and then I could play sometimes the good person, the good cop, and she's the disciplinarian, which works, which is great. Because my personality is just very different from hers. So
Balances.
that's right. But a lot of it too is communication, and again, that's on both sides. So if you're And if you're in business and you're successful, you want to be able to communicate with your people. So if you're in corporate America, for example, and you're leading a team, you want to make sure they're very clear on what the goals are. You have to give them the right tools. You have to make sure that, hey, I'm here to support you. If you own your own business, you have to support your people and say, hey, how can I make things different for you? Or even communicate what you're going through so they can be part of it and helping you get out of it, right? If you're in trouble. And same thing with life. It's communication. I mentioned earlier, I'm very proud of my relationship with my kids. And a lot of it has to do with communication. We just had a great communication to the point now, hey, I want to be very open to you. For example, when they were in high school, I'm not the strict parent and say, hey, don't drink. I'm realistic too, right? And so I'm going to tell them, okay, I know you're going to go to a party, you're going to drink. So if you get drunk, the only thing I ask, just call me. No questions asked, I'll pick you up.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to get mad at you. No worries. We'll pick up your car the next day, but just call me. And my eldest son did that a couple of times. So, yeah, no problem. So I'd rather do that than him driving home drunk, for example. Yeah, so I just want to foster an environment where they can easily approach you and communicate with you when they have an issue. So maganda. So if there's a problem, at least I can help them and not wondering what's going on. Right? Yeah. So I think there's a lot more, but I think communication and tsaka relationship is just really very important to your success.
Yeah. I do agree with you. That's powerful.
Yeah.
To be able to communicate clearly. Yeah. Ikaw, Mia, do you have a secret to success?
Me? I think you can't do it alone. You have to delegate. You have to involve people with whatever your goals are. So just like I admire how Sonny would always mention his wife because he has a partner for everything. So I think that's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, powerful. Aanhin mo naman kung if you have all the partners in the world, tapos you don't know how to communicate and to receive feedback.
Yes.
And to work on the feedback that you're receiving. So that's I like that. Ano pa meron?
Mga secrets. Ikaw, Dat, ano ba secret mo?
Yeah, you first.
What's your secret?
Secret to success, just listening to Sonny reminded me, like when he talked about his wife and his children, I said, yeah, that's very good. I came up with another definition of success, and it's to love with all my heart. To be able to love everyone with all my heart. With authenticity. Siyempre, hindi pa, there are some people that I'm not fully loving yet.
At least they're honest.
Well, you earned that, right? You earned that.
There, but to be, let's say, if it's being fully present, for example, being fully engaged in what I'm doing. So, for example, washing dishes. Would I say I'm successful in washing dishes? My mind is fully.
Walang stain.
That's the only task I have in life, is to wash dishes. For example, I'm a dishwasher in a restaurant, and if I'm doing it with all of my being, all my presence, with excellence and honor, like we say in UP, I would measure that dishwashing as a highly successful task. Because it's what's given to you at the moment. So maybe it's wiping or mopping the floor, or for you working with the governor, when you give yourself fully there. And here, you have a radio show. And you, Mia, you're a real estate, you're a realtor, and you're an officer in organizations here in the Valley. And you give yourself fully, and you're engaged, and you're present, and you're authentic, and you're communicating clearly. I think that's very successful. You're not cheating on yourself or anyone else. So.
Yes,
I completely agree with you on that one. I'm going to give it 100% anything that you do, and things will turn out well.
Yes,
right.
Actually, I am happiest and I feel most successful when I see my kids successful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. It's true. Well, we live through them, right?
Yes.
Right. You know what? Something that my dad used to tell me all the time when I was growing up. Life is about doing the right thing when nobody's looking.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You always do the right thing. And alam mo, it's funny when you say your kids, kasi yung pastor namin said, once your kids are grown and you see them successful and you see them doing well, that means you've done your job and there's love there. They listen to you. Yeah. And lahat ng tinuro mo, even though you think they're not listening, they did. And they actually listen and they're doing it now. Yeah. My dad was that way. You know, I'm big on that. You know, you got to do the right thing at all the time. And sometimes it's hard. You know, you try to make decisions sometimes, and the right thing is usually the hardest thing to do. But you got to do that to make sure. Or sometimes it would affect more people positively, but some people negatively. But you have to choose. Okay, you know, you got to do the right thing. So what's the right thing? At least you have a guide that you can always follow when you're deciding on something. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I really like that. You have your guide, your inner standard, or a standard you have set for yourself. God has set it for you. I don't know. People get their standards where they get their standards where they measure themselves. But yes, like, what is that? The goals, the SMART goals, right?
Yeah.
Specific, measurable, attainable. Ano pa yung R? What's the R?
What's the R and the T?
We had that episode, remember that? Our first few episodes. Yeah.
And then there's an addition. There are two other words that I found to be more to make it how would I say? Let's just say two more words. E as exciting and R as rewarding.
Oh, very rewarding.
Smarter na siya.
So
Smarter.
make your goals. Yeah, we're done with boring goals. You know, boring, plain, and all that. So make them exciting, especially for the family, for children, your businesses, the show.
True.
On the dot.
Very true.
Make it a little more exciting and
With
rewarding.
wait, who what? The additional.
Rewarding as well, because what will you do with all the SMART goals and then you just dump them at the end of, when you reach the end? It's best to, according to the coaches I trained with, they should, when you attain them, they should be rewarding for yourself, fulfilling, satisfying.
Very true. Very, very true. I like that.
Yeah. So ano pa? Meron pa bang secrets dyan?
Yeah, never stop learning new things. Alam mo, I never thought I'd be in politics. I wanted to be a doctor when I was growing up. My brother, I used to be in UP a lot.
Oh yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, and then PGH after that, because I would always follow my brother around. And I'm like, okay, I want to be a doctor just like him. He's 9 years older than me. And but things happen. You move here to the States, and my parents are older. And they said, well, traditional Filipino parents, they want to pay for your schooling. And I said, Sonny, medicine is too long here. We can't do that. Pick a different degree. I said, okay.
Yeah.
It took me a while to find my niche, which is politics. I became a manager for a retail company first, and then I transitioned to selling pharmacy equipment, and then I became a banker. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I've changed my careers 3 times. I never thought I'd change it again for the 4th time. Becoming here, but finding something that you're really passionate about, being able to be adaptable, and continue to learn things. I'm a big advocate of reading self-help books, for example, or taking leadership classes, or any classes that you can take to improve yourself. Alam mo, one of the best experiences I've ever had was joining the Las Vegas Chamber Leadership program, the Advanced Leadership Program. It just gave you a lot of insight and a lot of different things, especially in your leadership qualities. I learned about the difference of leading different generations. I think that was one of the most valuable one for me. Not everybody's the same. You have to find the most important thing that each person, what's important to them and what pushes their button, for example. Check how just how to associate with them, right? Or how to just talk to them directly. That's really valuable when you're trying to build relationships with people. So things like that. That's also what inspired me to go back and get my master's. I'd be okay, I can't be a doctor, but maybe if I take healthcare administration, I could still get back into healthcare. But then, of course, after I graduated, I go into politics. It's completely different. I'm like, okay. But you know what? Life, it takes you wherever, the road that you take, right? So it's okay, because I love what I do. And I just love advocating for people. So I guess that's it. Passion and continuous learning would be another, my suggestion for another good success, I guess, ingredient.
So yung una was communication.
And relationship building, yeah.
Yes. And then keep learning.
Keep learning.
Have a passion for learning. And I really like it that you're honoring your diverse interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not really wrong. Some people would say that you need to focus on one thing. But sometimes when you focus too hard on one thing, you forget that you have other strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe you can focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And then when you're being called to do another thing, like what one pastor said a long, long time ago, he said, maybe there is no one singular calling for you.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a calling for every season in your life.
Yeah.
Maybe for your age, like you're 22 years old, maybe you're called to be a car wash boy.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're called again to, I don't know, to mow the lawn or to sell, whatever. Go for it.
Yeah.
So I like that idea. We're not stuck and put in a box.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be that throughout your life. Some people are very clear with that, but hard to find a human being in my circle, at least, who stayed in that one
Just
particular
one, yeah.
task from birth until now. I don't know of anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know of anyone who has remained that way forever? Hard to find.
Hard to find. It's really hard to
Hard
find.
to find. Yeah. Even priests get married because they
Get out
they're
of
called
that.
Pero alam mo, I think kasi when you're learning and you're experiencing new things, it's life is more exciting.
Yeah.
Kasi you get to try something different. At saka things, I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason.
Yes.
So when I was in retail, at that point in my life, I was thinking, should I even finish college? I'm doing very well in my position. Kaya lang, I kept on thinking, sige, I'm at the point now where in order for me to get promoted, the next position up, there was only one available unless I move to a different place. And in fact, that person is still the same regional manager for that company that I worked for up to now. And that's 20 years later.
Oh, wow.
So it tells you that I wasn't going to go anywhere. So it made me go back to school. I said, okay, if I want to get somewhere, I go back to school. Then when I finish, I said, okay, well, if I'm going to sell something, we might as well sell something bigger. That's when I went to pharmaceutical sales. I'm like, okay, it's great. Then you realize, I'm like, wow, this requires a lot of traveling. And I had 2 small kids at that time. And then we moved here to Vegas in 2004. And my wife said, hey, you know what? You're going to move me here. We have no family here. You're not going to leave me 15 days out of the month, right? I'm like, okay,
That's
fine. Let's look for a different career. And that's what led me to banking. And so I was a banker for 15 years. And then through banking, it made me join a chamber. At first, it was for networking. So because, again, it's good for business, right? But then I started, I guess, getting more into advocating for people and really representing, being a voice for the Asian businesses. I became president of that chamber. That led me to politics. a little bit. So lahat yan, there's a pathway for you and where you want to go. And do I think this is it? Yeah, I think so. Probably this is what I love doing. But being in the government is no guarantees. You can always get replaced or eventually taken out if there's a new administration, for example. So you have to be flexible too. But at least you have something to fall back on.
Yeah.
But as far as now is concerned, I love doing this. I love being able to advocate for people, especially our community. So.
Yeah, yes. You're like expanding your
Yeah.
circle of influence.
Yeah, definitely. But you still have those connections along the road, which is great. So.
Yes. Well, actually, I held so many jobs in the past also, and I'm realizing I'm using everything that I learned from all those different jobs.
There you go.
Yeah, so it
See?
makes you a better person too. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Lessons learned, no?
Yeah.
Like again. Yeah.
Lessons and
Hey.
skills. Skills
Yes.
you learn, yeah.
O ayan, 30 minutes na tayo. Let's take a short break. We will have our other segment after this. So stay tuned and let's listen to what other people say if they want to be rich or happy. So
Beautiful. Rich or
Oh,
beautiful?
they have a rich or beautiful. Okay. Hang on. We're coming back.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
We're back. And incidentally, this program is brought to you by PHLV in cooperation with UPAAN, University of the Philippines Alumni Association in Nevada. And we'd like to invite all UP graduates, including Mr. Sonny Vinuya's brothers. Brothers ba? Brother.
Brothers.
Brothers.
But one of them lives in the Philippines. So, yeah, no,
Okay.
just one.
So, Mr. Sonny Vinuya's brother, you may want to join us, and all the graduates from the University of the Philippines, any school branch of school in the Philippines, whether it be Visayas, Los Baños, Diliman, wherever. So we'd like to invite you to join UPAAN. Oh, we lost your audio. Are you back, Dot?
Yeah, I'm back. Can you
There
hear
you
me
go.
now?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, join us while you can because our president is Mia and she's powerful and she's successful. And you wanna experience her. We have Himig. We
Yes.
have a musical
The songwriting competition, yeah, going on our second year. So if you have any original compositions, feel free to email it to miamcasino@gmail.com or through PHLV.
yes, it's open to everyone, right?
Residents of Nevada, yes.
Okay, all right. So Sonny, if you have a musical composition,
Oh, boy.
send your entry soonest.
I'll ask around. It's so funny you say that because there's 6 of us siblings in the family. Everybody plays an instrument or something except for me. I can't sing. I can't play an
You can
instrument.
dance. Sunny dances.
I try.
Yeah, at least, musical din yun.
Okay, co-writer. Be the songwriter.
Yeah, who knows? Baka meron kang gift for
You know,
songwriting, right?
It's unbelievable. I tried one time to write a book, no?
Oh, nice.
I think, maybe I can write. Ang hirap pala. I didn't realize how hard it is. You really need that talent.
Like fiction book or
yeah, to be able to write something, even if you have good thoughts. I'm like, okay, that's just page 1, and we're done. I'm like, how do you expand this? No, it's hard.
Talk about your book when we come back after this video, because this video, Mr. Sonny, my daughter, she's from the UP.
Okay,
All 3 of them are graduates of Diliman.
nice.
And so when she moved here in Vienna, she started chatting with a group of women. At saka ang pangalan ng group nila, mga iska. Iska is scholar. Scholar ng babae ng Vienna. So they met up last weekend and I tagged along and wore my UP shirt. And happily, they also wore their UP colors.
Nice.
So I asked them the question, and would you rather be rich or beautiful? And here they are. Here are their answers.
I'm with UP people. Would you rather be rich or beautiful?
Rich!
And why?
I think you could do more when you have a lot of money. You could help a lot of people. You could make a lot of change if you put the money to good use.
Same. And you, darling?
Me? I'd rather be rich because if you're rich, you can be beautiful because of plastic surgery.
I'd rather be rich. Why? Because I can do whatever I want.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Anybody else? What about you, darling?
I know. I'd rather be rich because beauty standards change, but money doesn't change. From our finance. Kasi finance ako eh.
And then somebody here, she doesn't want to show her face. She said, I'm already
Fit na lang.
beautiful. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I'm with...
No, that was fun. That's a fun group.
Yes, that was the first time they met each other.
Oh,
No kidding. Oh, wow.
They look
Very
really
first time
close
they met
already.
each other. Yes, they had so much fun. It was a funny weather. So yeah, everybody seemed to want to be rich. More than beautiful. Maybe if we ask the richest person,
That's right.
he would say, "I'd rather be beautiful." Who knows? Nobody's really completely satisfied with who they are and what they have. Anyway, hold on. My window says restart now. No, I'm going to restart with you, Sonny.
Sure.
Writing a book. Would you say that failure is an ingredient of success?
Definitely, 100%. Alam mo, in business, they always say you've never really have your own business if you didn't fail first. It's the way to learn. The most important thing really is if you learned from that failure or not, right? It's okay to take chances, right? The most important thing is if you took a chance and it didn't work out, you learn from it, and then you don't do that again. So yeah, 100%. It's a big ingredient for success. Alam mo, I cannot think of any big names now that have not failed. Mark Cuban would always tell it. I've failed so many times, right? Yeah, before he became rich.
Oh yes, that's so true. And how do you deal with your failure?
Learning from it. And that's really the attitude. It's hard, of course, depending on how you fail or what you failed in, right? And sometimes some people are hit harder than that. But eventually it makes you stronger. Every heartache that you go through, every hard thing that you go through, it makes you a stronger person. And like I said, it's up to you and how you bounce back and learn from that. So now, if it does hurt, okay, I'll keep it in there. Oh, that really hurt. But then, okay, what should I do better and next? And then to avoid that from happening again. And I know some people, it's hard. I know of somebody and she had the wrong partner, and she was in business, and it turned out pretty bad. That with the partnership broke up. Okay, better she didn't stop. She went back again into business. Same thing happened the second time. Oh, she thought she had a better grasp now of having a good partner, but no, the loco showed it for the second time. And then it happened again for the third time. I mean, sometimes it's hard. And each time she thought that she found a different partner, a partner that would be better than the other one. And it didn't, to the point that, you know what, now I admit I'm better at solo than having a partner. So I guess that was the lesson there. After 3 attempts, okay, I'm just going to go solo.
And she's good now.
She's good now. Yeah.
Doing solo.
Yeah, so sometimes it takes a few times before you learn, right? But
It's a long lesson.
the most important is you keep on going,
We'll translate that to marriages. A lot of people have to get married.
Well, marriages is very different. No, I just got so lucky that you found somebody that was really compatible for me, and we have a great partnership. But sometimes people ask me, "Hey, you've been married 32 years now? What's your secret to that?" Right? And I said it earlier. Communication, of course, is number one. But also, second, you make it a true partnership. But sometimes, no matter how hard you try, if the other half is not willing, you can't do anything about it. I think at that point, it's better now you find out. Okay, you know what? It's better divorce now than it gets worse later. Yeah. But if you're willing to really work on it and devote the time to it, then it'll be good. So and then you find ways to do it. So when I say true partnership, so for example, even up to the division of chores at home, I do laundry, I take out the garbage, and things like that. You don't expect one person to just do all of it for you. But you find, okay, what do you want to do? And then what do I want to do? And you just make things work out. Or sometimes, this is a funny story, you just find ways creative ways to circumvent things. So I'm very particular with the toothpaste. I push from the end.
Oh.
And I like it. My wife, no, she just pushes wherever she wants, right? So of course, instead of getting mad, remember when the pump came out?
What is that?
It's a solid thing that it's a pump where the thing comes out. So I bought the pump. So now we won't fight. So we have the pump instead. So finding ways to do it, finding a different way to do it, to compromise. So,
Like that. Finding the different way to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm really an advocate for that. The chapter I wrote in one book, collaborated with some authors, is Undoing Meanings. That means if that thought doesn't work, find another thought.
Yeah, find another solution.
So if that toothpaste, the tube doesn't work, find the pump.
Find the pump. Exactly.
Find the middle ground.
Find the middle ground.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah. So Dot understands how hard it is to write a book. Completely.
I know.
No, but Sonny,
Sonny,
if you like self-help books, maybe you'd be better off writing self-help books than fiction,
what?
right? Yeah.
That's a great suggestion. That's a really good suggestion. Maybe one of these days I'll try that.
Especially from the point of view of an Asian American.
And business.
Yeah.
Islander. Why not?
And
you can collaborate with other. If it's too hard to write on your own, you can collaborate with other people.
That's true.
Right.
One of the best books I've ever read, which is for marriage, Men are from Venus, women are from Mars, something
Men
like
are
that.
from Mars?
Women
Men
are
are
from
from
Venus.
Venus?
Yeah, that was such an eye opener for me when I read that book. I'm like, yeah, okay, I've got to understand that we're just different.
Yes.
Yeah, we're married, but we're different, and respecting that. And then on the business side, my favorite book is The Art of War. Now they
Is
have
the what?
Art of
Art
War.
of War.
The Art of War,
The Art of
yes.
War.
I've
That-
heard of it, but I
oh,
haven't
God.
really read it.
It's they have different variations now. They have art of war for managers, for leaders, for women in business, for example. But I just love it. It's such a great book, and there's so many things to learn from it. So
Do they have a series already?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Well,
interesting.
like anything else, good, right? They branch out to different
Yeah.
things. And then there's one more, if you don't mind me saying, and it's a great book, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Love
Which
that
one?
book.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Poor Dad. Yeah.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Another great book. Yeah, it really
There's
teaches
another
you.
one, Who Moved My Cheese.
Oh, I love that book too. Yeah, that was a good book too.
What is
So
it about?
good. It's so yummy.
What
Who
is it
Moved My
about?
Change.
Oh.
It's about change, accepting
nice.
change. Yeah.
I would add one secret to success, or let's just say formula to success. It's no secret anymore. Is to be adaptable to change.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You have to be adaptable, especially in
I
our
think
world
it's part
now.
of what you said earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I respect millennials so much.
Yeah.
Alam mo, millennials, their capacity for learning is enormous. And think about it. And when we were going to school, okay, I don't want to date anybody else, but when I was going to school, yung textbook natin was good for how many years?
Yeah.
Now they change things every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very different now because the technology is ever changing.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind, I want to add one more really important thing for a secret to success.
Oh,
really.
not at all. Go ahead. Please.
Humility.
Yeah.
You know, you really need to be humility. Yeah, you need to be humble at all times. Never let any kind of success get to your head, and always remember where you came from and your roots, really, and what you represent. And I think that's very important. Sometimes people become rich. They get very successful and they have a lot of money. It changes.
Yes.
It changes them from the way they deal with people, their outlook. And sometimes it's sad when you see that, because I'm like, okay, what happened to that? But if you could just really be humble and I think for me, I think it would be a really good thing.
Definitely. Yeah. It is said that people are, the hardest thing to handle is not failure, but success.
100%. Yeah.
Because I think I've read that somewhere, because when people become successful, like, the what do you call people who win in the lottery and they're millionaires just for the day?
Yeah.
There's a phrase.
There's a
for
term
that.
for it. I know what you mean. Not king for a day,
It's like
but
one hit wonder.
Yeah.
when it
Oh,
comes to
one hit
songs.
wonder for the songs.
That's a good
For
example.
songs.
That's a very good example. You don't know how to handle it.
Yes, they don't know how to handle. They become extravagant. They
Yeah.
become, arrogant or whatever else. So humility, and there's also that formula. Someone said, when you suddenly experience this huge learning or this like financial high or an emotional high, don't do anything drastic for the next 30 days. Don't change your lifestyle
Can't
for the
think
next
well.
30 days. Settle first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're successful. So stick with it.
100%.
Treasure it for a
Yeah.
while, and then do something, but with inner guidance. And I love what you said about humility.
Yeah. Oh, and if
That's
I
a
may
good-
add that, and Sonny, I was at the wake of Dr. Mike Micaballo and, the passing of Pat Magallanes, and it made me realize it's you lived a good life if you leave good memories with people. So, yeah. I think that's a
Very
measure
true.
of success, too.
Very,
Definitely.
very true. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So awesome. See, we want to remember the very successful people in our community who passed away. I think they lived very good,
Yes.
full lives. There's Tito Mike Palo.
Yeah.
And Miss
There's Pat
Magallanes.
Magallanes.
Yeah.
And then there's Mr. Mauricio I forgot his name. Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe Kuya Yo can remember that. But yes, Mia, going back to what Sonny said earlier at the opening of the program when he said, when you have helped a lot of people, when your life really matters,
Yes.
when your life mattered to a number of people, or even if you're stuck in your house, let's say you're disabled or you are, I don't know, you can't move and you're just there in your house, but you are loving them and you're affecting them positively 100%, say for only 30 years because you pass away. Or, even
Yeah.
babies who die at an early
Oh,
age
God, yeah.
because of some illness. How do you measure their success? If
Yeah.
for me now, based on your definition, Sonny, if their very presence has wrapped the entire family or the community in love and, brought healing into the family and openness in the community, that is already a success.
Yes.
I agree 100%.
Nakaka-inspire ka, Mr.
Oh,
Sonny.
thank you.
That's
I like
why.
this topic.
Thank you.
That's why he's
Thank
our
you for
guest
that.
for
I like
secrets
this
to
topic.
success. Yeah.
So what's next for you? Moving forward in your new adventure.
Well, I'll do the best that I can, and with Governor Lombardo's office, of course. But I do have side projects. I am helping a few people. There's one organization in particular. It's called SOFA. Kasi in our community, diba, autism is not really accepted, and we're trying to change that. Really raise awareness that it's okay to not be okay, and then there's a lot of resources that's available for you here. So that's one. I'm trying to really help with. There's a lot of Filipino group homes, for example, or adult daycare, and there's a lot of issues in that industry. So I'm trying to see how we can help with that. And then the other one would be, if we one of the biggest issues that we have here in Nevada is really the lack of healthcare. And so if there's any way that we can help out with trying to get more doctors here or nurses also, or any of the ancillary areas na kailangan natin, that would be really good. So those are the things that I'm working on. Then of course I still have my chamber, the API chamber that I love doing, because we just give people a voice and we can advocate for what they need also and help people. So yeah, so there's still a lot to do.
And let's talk business.
And of course, my very show. I love, this is zen for me when I come here to the studio. I just enjoy it so much. So I'm so thankful to Johan for really helping me get that show started. Yeah.
Wala bang applause dyan, Kuya Yo? Yeah.
That's for you, Johan.
Yeah. I think we're almost ready for our quote.
Yes.
Our quote for today is, success is determined by choice, not by circumstance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. It's your choices. That's true.
Comment mo.
What's your comment, Mr. Sonny?
No,
on
that's
the
very
quote?
true.
Yeah.
I love it. Life is how you make it. My wife always says that, right? And that's exactly that plays into that quote. Alam mo, you can be successful in life if you know exactly what you want to do and want to happen, right? And it's up to you to make that happen. I like it. Good quote.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It's transcending your circumstances.
Exactly.
You choose to succeed anyway.
Yeah.
There's no light. There's no electricity.
Hindi chamba.
Hindi chamba.
Hindi bacham yun.
So,
Hindi bacham.
I love relating things to sports, no? A lot of these greatest people in sports, Brady, Jordan, LeBron, for example, people see them as like, they're so gifted. No. They worked hard. They really worked hard to get where they're at. To be the best. So it's how you make it.
And time also.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
You have to be patient.
Yeah.
Yes. So, maganda ang ating mga secrets to success. Humility, going back. Humility, adaptability or flexibility.
Communication.
Passion for learning.
Yeah.
Communication, good communication. Did I miss anything?
Relationship building.
Relationships.
Yeah.
What's about relationship?
Building it. This is a relationship.
Building a relationship.
Yeah.
So those
Awesome.
are achievable. We'll be successful, all of us.
Sige.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you,
for
Sonny.
having me. I really appreciate it.
We
Thank
learned
you so much for
yes.
being here. Thank you everyone for staying with us on our season 3. Thank you so much. See you again next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.